Good morning, everybody. How are we for another week? Happy Monday. Monday's the best day of the week to get started. Get your busy week planned, organised, and get ready to kick some ass. Today I wanted to discuss another, myth or misunderstanding in regards to certain foods. I've touched on low carb beer. I've obviously done the grilled burger thing. Today, I just went out and bought this. The 1% Sugar Slurpee. I've seen a lot of people putting these up on their social media thinking that they're obviously a healthy alternative to the normal Slurpee. But I wanted to sort of break it down and show exactly what's in it. And look, who doesn't love a Slurpee? Like we grew up with these things. Remember the big gulp? How good was the big gulp? You go down to 7-Eleven on a Friday afternoon or a Saturday and grab a $2 big gulp, and those things were enormous, you know. So it's a great summer pastime, you know. So I'm not here to bag Slurpee, and I must say this is Slurpee, not 7-Eleven. They're two different entities. I just want to break down the 1% sugar option because obviously they've seen a gap in the market with their product, and they've jumped on that bandwagon in regards to health and fitness, and obviously all the diet low carb options that are out now. They thought, right, we can capture this with our own product. So 1% sugar. How can it be only 1% sugar? Because I've just obviously tasted. I'm not going to drink the whole thing, but it's still sweet. Okay, it still tastes like a Slurpee. But if they've only put 1% sugar in there, how are they making it taste exactly the same as the normal one? Big question. So I've jumped on the Slurpee website. I've looked at the nutritional breakdown of the product. I'm going to give you an example of their large. This is obviously small, but I'm going to give you an example of their large one. So if I put that down, so let's see if we can see this. So the 1% Sugar Slurpee, it's the large size, which is the most common one bought, I believe, 650 ml. Now, the macronutrient breakdown. So if you scanned or searched for this in MyFitnessPal or on Google, or etc., it's going to give you these numbers. No protein, obvious. No fat. Okay, fair enough. There's only 0.7 grams of carbs in a 650 ml serving of the 1% Sugar Slurpee. Doesn't matter what flavor. So that equates to 2.8 calories, right? Not a lot. A very, very big reduction. But if you go to the Slurpee website and actually have a look, the website actually says there's 23 calories in the 650 ml large serving of 1% Sugar Slurpee. So that's a 20.2 calorie difference. So where's that gone? Where is it? Alcohol sugar. So obviously, I touched on this with the low carb beer. Same scenario here. There is actually alcohol sugar in this drink, and after further research, and I might get these pronunciations wrong, erythritol, sucralose and glycerol are the three main components that make up the alcohol sugar in the 1% Sugar Slurpee. Now, obviously, they don't have to declare this on the nutritional panel because they're not technically a carbohydrate, but it's still there. It's still a calorie. You're still consuming it. So, and look, in point of fact, it's still it's actually a chemical you're having. So why put something artificial, something non-whole food, non-real food into your body? It honestly doesn't make sense. So in point of fact, there is 23 calories per 650 ml 1% Sugar Slurpee. Now look, at the end of the day, that's not a hell of a lot. 23 calories is nothing. It's not a big deal. My point of this exercise is this scenario can still be applied to a lot of the other diet, low carb options out there. Every food manufacturer, drink manufacturer out there is trying to jump on the bandwagon and get these low carb diet options out there because people think they're eating or drinking healthy. And when in point of fact, they're actually putting chemicals, putting artificial crap into their body, when in point of fact, you should be looking at a real food option. So I guess my take home message here is eat real food. Don't necessarily go for what you think is a diet or low calorie option, when in point of fact, you're probably doing more damage than good to your body. We don't, back in the Stone Age, back in, 50 years ago, these things weren't around. So we were just eating whole food, out of the ground, off the tree, animal products, etc. We weren't looking for these cheap shortcut options. So think before you buy it. Obviously, 9 times out of 10, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. And that's the point of fact. Eat real food. If you are one to track your calories, if you are one to track your macronutrients and you're fairly diligent in that, or you're dieting or whatever, whenever there's alcohol sugar, you times it by 3 to work out the calories that are there, and then you can actually work out the overall calorie content of any particular product. And look, it goes across many products now, and I'll do some more. If anybody wants one broken down, like your diet ice cream, your diet jellies, your protein bars, the sugar-free maple syrup, there's so many of them out there now where we think we're actually eating good, but potentially we're not, and we're potentially doing more harm than good to our body. So that's my take-home message. 1% Sugar Slurpee, not as accurate as it seems. And look, I'm not here to bag Slurpee. I think they're great. They're a great treat. But if you're having them frequently thinking that you're eating healthy, then potentially you're not. So sorry guys to burst your bubble. Happy Monday. Have a great day. I hope all the mums out there had a wonderful Mother's Day. Let's kick some backside this week. Eat real food and keep smiling.